Well, hey there, you awesome bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs. It is I, Little Wolf, and welcome to my den. Go ahead and come on in, but please wipe your paws before entering, and go ahead and take a seat by the fire. The cauldron is bubbling, so you can have your choice of tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. And it is Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to all who celebrate it. To those who don't, I hope you are just having a good day. Happy Hanukkah. I know they're coming up on Slavic Christmas soon. So I hope all of you are having a great day and celebrating whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a good one, and I was able to dig through a bit and find 5 cartoons that kind of celebrate the holiday season. A couple of them I know I've shown before, but like I've said before, there are pretty few cartoons about the holiday season, and even though I say that, I know I found a video that had around 2 hours worth, so I was able to find a few from that. And so let's go ahead and jump into those because I know it helps you get through your day or your week and gives you a break from all of the things of life and just gives you a chance to breathe. And especially now that it's Christmas, we definitely need a chance to breathe and relax and just look around and look at the nice things that we've gotten from our friends and family. And if you don't have friends and family, this is my present to you. It's just a little bit of fun looking at old cartoons from yesteryear. And yes, I did find one that is Betty Boop, kinda, because it has Grampy in it. And this is one of the ones I've shown before, but I hope you forgive me on that. Um, and it being that time of the year, if you ever feel like you need to talk to someone and you can't talk to friends or family, if you're here in the US, you can call the US suicide prevention number, which is 988. And if you're outside of the US, which is everybody else, you should go to the website blog.opencounseling.com/suicide hyphen hotlines forward slash. And that'll give you a list of all the other countries out there with numbers and lists and all of that you can click on and hopefully get the help you need if you need it. Let me get a drink of coffee here really quick. Ah, the wife are, yeah. The wife is out with the dogs right now, and she also took the Hobbit with her, which is our nephew, and getting the 2 Jack Russell hellhounds out to get them a break from the house, to give me a break from them, the dogs, not my wife. But let's go ahead and jump in here and record some things and put together some cartoons for all of my favorite people here in the den. Alright, so first, like I said, I did have one that is kind of a Betty Boop one because it has Grampy in it. And it's also one that I showed in my very first vintage cartoons revisited, but it was Christmas cartoons. And it's called Christmas Comes But Once a Year, and it's from 1936. And it says here, at an orphanage, the children are sad because they receive broken toys as gifts. Professor Grampy sees the children while passing by in his sled and has an idea to give them a Merry Christmas. Oh, I definitely love old cartoons. I love Christmas time. Just something about it. I just love the feeling it would give me. It still kind of does because for me it's always kind of been about friends and family. I do like getting gifts. That's always fun. I bought myself Guns and Spurs 2 on my Switch, and it was on sale for like $4, so that's why I picked it up. And it is an old Android game, but I played it a long time ago at my mom's house, and it's kind of a nostalgic game for me. And I went through on Android and tried to look it up again, but they didn't have it there, so I'm glad I picked it up on my Switch. If I find it again, I'll make a video about that. But oh, shoot, sorry about that weird side tangent. Ay, ay, ay. I love all of you so much. Let's jump into the orphanage and see how Grampy helps these orphans have a fun Christmas.
Christmas comes but once a year. Now it's here, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Ta-ra-la-la-la-la. There is a Santa Claus. Christmas comes but once a year. Now it's here, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Ta-ra-la-la-la-la. Oh! What's the matter in here, I wonder? Looks like a pretty gloomy Christmas for those poor kids. What can I do? Let me think. Huh? 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 Ah! Oh, no. Hooray! I've got it!
I'm definitely glad I was able to show that one again and kind of show it with a little bit better audio. Sometimes I go back and rewatch my first few videos and I realize how bad the audio was, but I didn't really have a mic then. And so that's another reason why they weren't all that great. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our next cartoon here. And it kind of goes by a couple of different names, but it's from The Little King. And it's in the cartoon, it's known as Pals. But I've also seen it online as Christmas Night. And this is from 1933. And it says here that the little king sees his people making Christmas preparations, but he himself is feeling glum. He joins two tramps at a Christmas display window, then invites them to see his sedan chair and home to the castle. The three undress and enjoy a bath together. Whoa, okay. They go downstairs to nail up their stockings, then retire to bed. Santa comes down the chimney and grows a fully decorated Christmas tree from Xmas tree seed. The three race around the castle in the miniature cars and planes left by Santa. A big crash brings the festivities to a close. I kind of wish I had read that opening a little bit more, or that synopsis a little bit more, and I wish I had watched more of the cartoon now. Oh, my lord, this is going to be a fun one. Another one of those ones that definitely puts the shows why a lot of these old cartoons from way back when were definitely crazy. And like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, definitely. In all of those areas, the cartoons are insane. So let's go ahead and jump into this and see how the king and two tramps have a fun Christmas. Oh my lord.
Do you go to bed early? Do you eat your spinach? All right. Run along and I'll bring you some toys.
Okay, I hope that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it's definitely gonna be as interesting as the synopsis put. I know it is, because just from that, it's gonna be a good time in that cartoon. I hope it was. Oh my lord. Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump into our next cartoon. And I know this is one that I've shown before, but actually, wait, no, let's jump into this one from 1956. I really like how they did this one because this cartoon, a lot of the set in the background is colored and everything, but the people and animals and things are in silhouette. And it's from 1956, and it's called The Star of Bethlehem. And it says here, the three wise men from the east followed the Star of Bethlehem, but hostile spirits tried to stop them on their journey. And I did watch some of this. I watched it about halfway through. It's going to be a long one. It's about an 11-minute cartoon. And so it's a bit longer than the thriller video. Alright, so let's jump in here and see what happens with the three wise men and the Star of Bethlehem.
Long ago, on a hillside near Bethlehem, sat a very young shepherd, playing a gay, happy tune on his little wooden pipe. In that year, the Emperor of Rome had ordered all the people to be counted and taxed, each man in his own city. And so the highways were soon filled with travelers, returning to the towns where they had been born. On the road were a carpenter called Joseph and his wife, Mary. Their hometown, Bethlehem, was a city now filled with visitors, all looking for places to stay. And by twilight, Joseph and Mary were weary of searching. They had tried to find shelter for the night, and while people with plenty of money to offer were taken care of, Joseph and Mary were always turned away. Each place they stopped seemed to be full. Again and again they were disappointed and had to move on. When they came to the owner of one of the last inns, they were told that it too was full. But then the innkeeper remembered an old barn in back of his place of lodging. It was not much of a place, but Joseph and Mary were welcome to use it. This was where they would stay for the night. And in this old, dingy stable, the animals made room for the unexpected guests. As Joseph made Mary comfortable and the weary tourists took their rest, night settled over Bethlehem. And in the stillness of that holy night, the little town waited silently for the wondrous gift that was to be given. In the sky that night, in the sky above the sleeping city, a strange new star appeared, the Star of Bethlehem, telling of the birth of a great new king to be cradled in a manger. And so it was that Christ the Savior was born in Bethlehem on that silent night so long ago. Nearby in the countryside, the shepherds were watching by their fires. Then, with the star, appeared a light, bright with the glory of angels, angels who sang to them of the birth of a king in a manger in Bethlehem. Full of wonder and surprise, the shepherds hoped to see the child of whom the angels sang. They gathered their sheep together and started toward the town. From the hilltop they could see the star, and beneath it they knew they would find the stable whose manger held the heavenly king. On they came, and the first to arrive was the very young shepherd, playing his pipe. As he saw the baby with Mary and Joseph, he came close to the manger. Before the holy child, the shepherds all knelt and offered to him the beloved pipe, a sheepskin cap, and a little lamb. And when they had worshipped him, they would go to tell others of this wonderful thing that had happened. Far to the east, there were others who saw the star. In Turkestan, a princely astronomer sat studying his instruments. And suddenly in the sky above, the new star shone. In India, a king watched from the balcony of his marble-columned palace as the star grew larger and larger. And on the desert sands of Arabia, a ruler was gazing toward the heavens, seeing that same star as it told of the new king's birth. To them all, it meant that a king had been sent from God, a king they would worship. Each one set out to follow the star and to bring to the child a gift of love. The astronomer boarded his ship and sailed over the waves toward the guiding star. The Indian ruler, on an elephant, moved toward the mountains as the star went before him. And from Arabia, across the desert, came the third king on a camel. It was a long journey and a hard one for all of them. But as they followed the star, each came nearer to the land of Israel, where Herod ruled. King Herod also saw the star and sent for his counselors. To Herod's advisors, the star fulfilled a prophecy that a king should be born in Bethlehem, in the land of Judah. And while the eastern kings continued their journey toward Jerusalem, Herod was disturbed by this unwelcome news. Thinking surely that King Herod could direct them to the newborn child, the wise men came to his palace to seek his advice. Perhaps they would find the babe there, in the palace. Herod sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "When you have found the child, tell me that I may worship him also." Of course, the wicked Herod had other plans, for he was jealous of the child king. But the wise men, who would be warned by God, were to return home another way. And so once more the kings from the east took their gifts and followed the guiding star. It led them out the north gates of the city, on toward the Bethlehem hills. Then, above the little town, it seemed to stop. At last they knew that here, in Bethlehem, they should find the newborn king. They did find him, and with him the young shepherd who had brought the first gift to the manger. They knew that the star had led them to this child who was the king they were seeking. The wise men went into the Holy Family and offered their gifts to the infant Jesus. Filled with awe and wonder, they knelt before him and put at his feet a crown of gold, a chest of frankincense, a jar of myrrh. And they worshipped him, the child of the line of David, the Son of God, the King to be called Emmanuel.
Well, I'm glad that the star was there and it showed the way for the three wise men to find the baby, and I hope it all works out in the end. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into our next cartoon, and this is kind of a fun one. It's from 1949, and the title is Toys Will Be Toys. And it says here that toys in a toy store come to life at night and perform in a toy parade before the doll princess, all which leads to the screen song sing-along, "Oh, you beautiful doll." And this was also one of the ones where I saw a video that had, like I said, about 2 hours worth of cartoons, and this was in the name of it, and I had already picked this one out. And I was surprised and happy to see that it's kind of considered a Christmas cartoon. So let's go ahead and throw this one in there and see what happens in the toy parade for the doll princess.
Start the day with a song and sing the whole day through. Even while you're busy working, do just like the birdies do. Though the day may be long, you never will go wrong. Off key, on key, any old key, just start the day with a song.
your fun.
Just like singing, "Oh, you beautiful doll." Remember that song? Well, why not join me in singing it? Just follow the bouncing ball.
Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you put my arms about you, I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, how my heart will ache. I wanna hug you, but I fear you break. Oh, 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 you beautiful.
And sadly, with that cartoon out of the way, we are coming up to our last cartoon. And this is another one that I know that I've shown, and I did show it in my first one. And it's just a fun one to show, and that's why we're going to revisit this cartoon that we've already revisited. Sorry. It's from 1948, and it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it says here, Santa and his sleigh crash into some trees while attempting to deliver presents on a foggy Christmas Eve. Rudolph is enlisted to lead the sleigh and is hailed as a hero. And I just love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I like the idea of someone being different and being able to be helpful. That's why I like to try and do my channel and be a little helpful and help you guys take a break from life, take a breather. So let's go ahead and jump into the North Pole, find out why the reindeers do not like Rudolph, but then come to like Rudolph. And everybody knows the story, but let's revisit it. I love you guys so much, and I know I'm rambling. Let's just have some fun. I love this so much. Oh, it's so amazing to kind of go back and show a cartoon that I showed 4 years ago and show it again. But let's do that once again and see what happens.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the willows and hopscotch and leapfrog, protected pillows.
Look, fellas, it's Rudolph. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet, twice as big and twice as bright. Looky, looky, I'm Rudolph.
Poor Rudolph. Where most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, Rudolph's was red, very large and quite shiny.
Rudolph! Go on home, Red Nose. Your mama's calling you.
Come, come, Rudolph. Tonight you hang up your stocking.
His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet, twice as big and twice as bright.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
This fog will be hard to get through. in a hurry. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzer. Right-o! To keep our direction, we'll have to fly low. Come down here, quick! Pretty close. Foggy, the night dark and drear when Santa arrived at the home of the deer. But all this took time and filled Santa with gloom, while slowly he groped toward the next reindeer's room. The lamp wasn't burning. The glow came instead from Rudolph's red nose at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all history. So Rudolph is told of the dark and delay the fun. I need you tonight to lead all my deer on the rest of our flight.
Dear Mommy and Daddy, I have gone to help Santa. Don't worry. Rudolph, that's me.
Hurry, Rudolph. It's very dark here.
With Rudolph's red nose as a wonderful light, old Santa flew quickly the rest of the night. So fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away.
Hear ye, a message from Rudolph.
Yes, they'd found Rudolph's message. It's all over town.
Hear ye, Rudolph at the stadium. Come on, come on.
Deer who used to do nothing but tease him, well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
Rudolph, my boy, they'll envy you now, far and near. For no greater honor can come to a deer than riding with Santa and guiding my sleigh. The #1 job on the #1 day. I hope you'll continue to keep us from grief. I hereby appoint you Commander-in-Chief.
And Rudolph just blushed from his head to his toes until his whole fur was as red as his nose.
Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good night.
Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
And with that cartoon now done, our time in the den is going to be coming to an end. I hope you guys have a good Christmas with your friends and family, or if you're by yourself, I still hope you have a good Christmas. Get in touch with your friends and family if you haven't done so in a while and just let them know, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, however you want to put it. If they're not religious or they don't celebrate, just reach out anyways and say, how are you? I love all of you bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. I'm glad I was able to bring back a lot of these old cartoons and hopefully spread a bit more Christmas cheer on this day, and it's definitely going to be an interesting 2025. We already know that here in America, at least. Oh, there's going to be so much more to look forward to down the road. I have found many more games. I'm going to try and do a Galaxy on Fire 2 video. I'm playing Galaxy Genome again. There are two space games that I really love because you get to deliver and attack and so many different things. And there are definitely a couple of games that I would point out when I would say Android does have fun games. So I hope to share a lot more with you guys and within the year to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, if you guys want to help out when you guys go out and about, please remember, if you can, mask up. It'll keep you and your friends and family safe. If you haven't done it yet, go out and get your booster and your vaccine shots. They'll keep you and your friends and strangers safe. And if you can, try and distance yourself a little bit from the people out there. There's no need to be like elbow to elbow, cart to cart. Give your guys some breathing room. Oh lord, I keep thinking of the person with that hula hoop that's around them when they're walking and it's for their personal space. That's kind of what I think of. But doing all of that, it'll keep you, your friends, and family safe. And we also have a little one here in the den that we can hashtag protect the lioness. I hope you guys have a good and safe holiday. I hope you guys have a good week. I love you bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. So until next time, Wolf out.